Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. I'm really excited for this one. We're going to be diving into the world of AI today and trying to figure out just, where we're at with AI and what's its impact really been so far.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so we're looking at this report. Top artificial intelligence stats you should know about in 2024. I mean, just the title itself, kind of tells you things are moving fast.
Yeah, and it's really fascinating how this report really paints a picture of a world that's already, deeply intertwined with AI,
Yeah.
even if we don't always realize it.
Right. And one of the things that really jumped out at me is this stat that 77% of devices are using AI now.
Wow,
That's a lot.
it is.
I mean, if you think about, how many devices we all interact with on a daily basis, I mean, smartphones, search engines, social media, I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
It really is. It's really moved away from the AI of science fiction. It's
Yeah.
really woven into, kind of the fabric of our everyday technology.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about convenience either. This report states that 84% of C-level executives believe that AI is necessary for growth. So it's clearly, the business world is seeing this as a key player in staying competitive.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense when you consider the sheer scale of investment that we're seeing in AI, when the global market is projected to reach almost $200 billion by 2025.
Wow.
That's a massive leap, and we're looking at a compound annual growth rate of 36.62%. So businesses aren't just, dipping their toes in the water, they're diving headfirst into AI.
Yeah, and it's incredible to think that by 2030, AI could contribute $15.7 trillion to the global GDP.
Wow.
That's like adding an entire economy the size of China.
It's hard to even fathom
Right.
what that could mean.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think the impact on people's lives,
Mhm.
could be from something like that?
Well, I mean, the potential impact is immense. I
Yeah.
mean, if you think about it, this kind of economic boost could create a ripple effect across, various sectors. It could influence job markets,
Yeah.
global trade, potentially even the cost of living.
Yeah, and here's another stat that really puts things in perspective. By next year, there will likely be more AI-powered voice assistants on the planet than humans.
Yeah.
8.4 billion AI assistants. Things like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant.
I mean, we're really approaching this point where interacting with AI will become as common as interacting with other people.
Yeah, it's a pretty remarkable shift
It is.
in how we think about technology and how we use it.
Absolutely. This statistic really illustrates how deeply ingrained AI is becoming in our daily lives.
And it really makes you think about what the future holds, and the report mentions that 41% of people globally believe that AI will improve their lives.
Interesting.
Do you think that optimism is warranted?
Well, I think AI offers incredible potential for positive change.
Hmm.
But I think it's important to approach this optimism with a balanced perspective. While AI can certainly enhance our lives in many ways, we also need to consider, the potential challenges and make sure that its development and implementation are guided by, ethical considerations.
That's a really important point. And here's something that really surprised me. The report says that 84% of people actually use AI-powered services,
Hmm.
but only 34% are aware of it.
Wow.
So it makes you wonder, what other AI-powered tools are we using without even realizing it?
It's a good question. I mean, it really highlights the fact that AI is often working, quietly behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's seamlessly integrated into so many of the applications and services we use every day.
You're right. It's kind of like AI is the wizard behind the curtain, right?
Right.
Just orchestrating things and we don't even notice it.
Exactly.
And speaking of things we might not always notice, voice search.
Uh-huh.
The report states that 41% of smart device users rely on voice search at least once a day.
Wow.
That's a pretty significant number.
It is, and it really points to the growing importance of understanding how AI processes language and how it responds to our commands. And for businesses and developers, it's becoming, crucial to adapt their strategies to cater to this shift in user behavior.
So, this report really does a great job of showcasing how widespread AI already is, but let's, look at some specific examples.
Okay.
One area where AI is making a significant impact is in the manufacturing sector, particularly in something called predictive maintenance.
Yeah, the ability to predict, when a machine might break down and schedule maintenance before it actually happens is incredibly valuable.
Right.
And what's so interesting about this application is that it demonstrates AI's potential to optimize efficiency and minimize downtime across a whole range of industries.
Yeah, it's a bit like having a crystal ball for your machines, right?
Right.
When we're talking about saving money and increasing efficiency, The example of the Danone Corporation really stands out.
Oh, yeah.
They used AI to reduce forecast errors and product waste, which ultimately led to significant increases in profit.
That's a great example
It is.
of how AI can provide, tangible, real-world benefits.
Yeah, it's not just theoretical, it's like actually happening.
Right. Instead of simply saying, AI is good for business, we see specific strategies and tangible outcomes.
Right. And it's fascinating to see how AI is, transforming the way companies operate. And this trend of, AI driving profitability extends to other sectors as well. The report highlights that by last year, many retailers were planning to implement AI for price optimization.
Mm.
So this means AI is playing an increasingly influential role in determining the prices we pay as consumers.
That's a significant development, I think. If we connect this trend to the bigger picture,
Yeah,
it raises important questions about transparency and fairness in pricing strategies.
absolutely.
As consumers, it's crucial for us to be aware of how AI is being used to influence the prices we see both online and in brick-and-mortar stores.
That's a great point. We might not even realize the extent to which AI is already shaping, our shopping experiences.
Yeah.
And speaking of experiences, have you noticed how many companies are now using chatbots for customer service?
It seems like almost every website you visit these days has that little chat window popping up ready to assist you.
Right.
This trend towards AI-driven customer service is only going to accelerate. In fact, Gartner predicts that AI-powered chatbots will be handling 95% of customer interactions within the next decade.
95%?
That's a pretty dramatic shift.
Wow.
And it raises, some interesting questions about the future of customer service jobs and the potential impact on the overall customer experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the one hand, you have the potential for increased efficiency and 247 availability.
Right.
But on the other hand, there's the question of whether chatbots can truly replicate, the human touch and empathy that many customers value.
You've hit on a key consideration.
Hmm.
I think, while chatbots offer convenience and can handle routine inquiries effectively,
Yeah.
there are certain aspects of human interaction like, emotional intelligence and complex problem solving
Mm-hmm.
that AI has yet to fully master.
Right.
And the report also mentions that public perception of chatbots is still mixed,
Really?
while 38% of consumers view them positively.
Okay.
A significant portion remain neutral or even negative.
So it seems there's still some way to go before chatbots achieve widespread acceptance.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's clear that AI is making waves in a wide range of industries. The automotive sector, for example, is poised for a major transformation thanks to AI.
Interesting.
Capgemini's research indicates that AI could boost operating profits in the automotive industry by an impressive 16%, primarily by optimizing production and supply chains.
This is a prime example of how AI's influence extends far beyond the realm of technology companies,
Yeah.
even industries that aren't traditionally associated with cutting-edge tech.
Right.
Like automotive manufacturing are recognizing the potential of AI to streamline processes, reduce costs, and ultimately increase profits.
It's fascinating to see how AI is reshaping, traditional industries in such profound ways.
It really is.
And this brings us to kind of a global perspective.
Okay.
By 2030, AI is projected to contribute the most to China's GDP,
Wow.
with a projected boost of 26.1%, followed by North America at 14.5%.
It seems there's a global race underway to harness the economic potential of AI.
It really is remarkable to think about the global implications.
Yeah.
But amidst all this talk about, economic growth and global competition, let's not forget about the human factor.
Uh-huh.
This report really emphasizes the need for upskilling to remain relevant in the job market as AI and automation continue to transform industries.
Absolutely. The World Economic Forum predicts that by 2025, technology, much of it driven by AI,
Right.
will displace over 85 million jobs globally. These figures serve as a stark reminder of the urgent need for individuals to adapt and acquire new skills that are in high demand in the age of AI.
Mm-hmm.
We're essentially on the cusp of a workforce revolution, and preparation is key.
It's almost like AI is presenting us with both a challenge and an opportunity, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's not just about entry-level positions. The report cites some pretty significant numbers from PwC and Forrester Research, suggesting that automation could jeopardize millions of jobs across various sectors and skill levels in the US, Germany, the UK, and Japan by 2030.
It's a wake-up call for everyone. regardless of their current profession or level of experience.
Yeah, it seems like the key takeaway here is that we're all in this together. AI is not just something that's happening out there.
Right.
It's something that will touch every aspect of our lives, from our work to our personal interactions.
That's precisely the point. AI is not a spectator sport. It's a transformative force that requires active engagement and participation from individuals, businesses, and policymakers alike.
So, based on this report, what does it all mean, for someone like you, our listener?
Well, I think, first and foremost, staying informed about AI, it's no longer optional.
Yeah.
It's essential. We need to understand, the implications of this technology, both the opportunities and the challenges it presents, and this deep dive.
Yeah.
It's a great starting point.
Absolutely. And we've covered so much ground